right. Well, Demetrius, since you asked me the question last night, how does mentorship play in success? First of all, so good to see you. I just want to say it's good to see you, man. Haven't talked to you in years. I remember how we met, and where we met was in a mentorship environment. And so, you really got me spurring some thoughts and to crystallize, where I am now, where I was, and where I'm going, right? And so my first response to your question is, how does mentorship play in success? Everything. And what I mean by that is I went back and thought about my parents. I thought about my teachers. I thought about my earliest coaches in junior high school, and the role they played in guiding me down correct paths. Without those coaches, without my parents, without those teachers, I would have been a rudderless boat. I would have been a kid without a rudder, right? And you're going to crash if you're a boat without a rudder, right? And then when I go into, after school, where my university became were books. And the mentors that you can gather from books without ever meeting some of the great people that you can read about just totally shaped, my trajectory. And I say it this way, first of all, is that mentorship, without it, you're left on an island of singular thought, your own. But with mentorship, you have the dynamic, and you have what I would call step two, and that is a mastermind alliance. We all think and we revere and we look at the book Think and Grow Rich. But if we really master some of those principles, and the specific one, the mastermind alliance, two or more minds make a third and complete mind, it truly is some of the greatest accomplishments, at least personally, and from what I've been able to observe, is when two or more minds have gotten together, and many times it's a mentor and a student mindset that create that third mind. And then I would say that number three is you must become a student first, a great student first, before you can elevate to being a mentor. And so I've been a great student. I've been humbled. There were times in my life where I was hard-headed and I was resistant to being a student. It wasn't until I became humbled and really embraced student mentality, but sought great successful mentors to become a student, asked for their guidance, that gave you growth. Through the asking of becoming a student, eventually I evolved to where people started asking me, and I realized the role had shifted. That once I was the student, which I always am, but now I had taken on a mentor role, and I was comfortable with it. So first become a student, and then become a mentor. Don't try to be impatient and immediately jump into mentorship role. And then, I think probably finally what I would say is that one of the biggest things about becoming a mentor and how success plays into mentorship is when you truly become a mentor to a number of different people, relationships, organizations, associations, it holds you, the mentor, accountable. It holds you accountable to your deeds, your actions, your results, your pace. I believe in having a pace setter mentality 24/7. No matter what my age is, it doesn't matter. I'm currently around a lot of 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds. I'm in my 50s. And they ask me all the time, how do you keep your energy high? How do you, why is it you seem so young, and et cetera? It's because of pace setter mentality 24/7, because I know that I've taken on a mentor role. And so I know people are watching me, and that's a good thing for the mentor. It keeps me sharp. Iron sharpens iron, and it keeps you accountable, and it keeps you sharp for your actions, your deeds, and know that others are watching you, and you enjoy that and embrace that. And it allows you to go to another levels of success, right? To constantly be saying, okay, I've achieved a goal, but people are watching me, and if I really want them, the love of mentorship is the love of watching people succeed. Well, the only way they're gonna reach for their stars and hit their stars if they're watching their mentors always reaching for bigger plateaus and never being satisfied. Those are my thoughts.